Hi guys, this is 2 weeks postpartum. I've had my little cheeky man. This is my third, and without a doubt the best birthing experience I've had. It is because I went completely natural, and yeah, he was born like within 2 hours. So here's what I did different. All I had was gas and air when I was like 7 centimeter dilated, and girl, did I need that gas and air because I was in so much pain. But you know what, like, it's worth it. I was so alert. I can see why people go full natural, which is what I did this time. The main positive outcome of this, guys, is that the recovery is so short. Like literally the next day after giving birth, I was making a meal, I was happy, I was singing in the kitchen, cleaning. So it's definitely worth it. Not just that, like, this is 2 weeks postpartum, and already I have signed up with the gym, just, you know, to focus on getting my body back. And yeah, I just feel so much better. Whereas with my 2 previous births, I remember I was recovering like 2 months and I was still recovering. I did so much research this time. That is the major difference. And I'm just going to list out for you guys over here, Habiba, what I did different this time. So I focused on producing the oxytocin hormone. Oxytocin hormone is what your body naturally produces, you know, when you are in labor. It's like a love hormone basically, and it just makes you feel relaxed. And think like relaxed, like being opened up, you know, the opposite of being tense and, you know, intense, tense, like that. So the more oxytocin hormone you have in you, the more likely for things down there to just progress quicker and just to have like a much more relaxed birthing experience. So you can encourage this oxytocin hormone to be produced in abundance when you are, like, you know, at home, like in your most comfortable, think like living room or a place that you love, you know. For example, me, it was the bedroom. I have like dim orange lighting. It just makes me feel so relaxed. It makes me feel like when I used to, you know, spend summers in Morocco or the south of France, and you know, the golden hour, like that orange lighting, it just makes me feel so happy. And it just reminds me of when I used to sunbathe, all, you know, all these things. So the bedroom lighting, for me, I just spent a lot of time there, especially in the 3rd trimester. So these types of lighting can just really help your body produce this hormone. Also, when you look at like cats, for example, when they are in labor, they always tend to go like into dark places, like, you know, under tables or like somewhere dark to give birth, you know, out of the way. The opposite of like sorry, just checking on him. Opposite of like if you go to hospital, you know, these like bright lighting, it's quite intense, it's very medical. So yeah, that's what I did different this time. I have orange dim lighting. I love, to be honest, this type of lighting. And I did this to help my body produce the hormone oxytocin. Focus on that, focus on breathing. I also looked at different positions. Like, it is no misconception that when you go to hospital in the UK, for example, and you are in labor, obviously the midwives, they have to do internal checks. That means you are on your back lying down, and this is a relatively new concept, guys. Like, when you look at like old ancient Egyptian art, ancient women, when they are in labor, they were always standing up, and that is because, you know, gravity, you can help your body just kind of like expel the baby out of you. It's more likely for your body to just open up, you know, rather than being on your back. You're quite tense. I will say this though, when I was in mild labor, that is when the contractions were like 20 minutes apart, for example. I knew like, okay, I'm gonna have the baby either tonight or in the morning. When I was in mild labor, I try to stand up for as much as I can, because I knew when I'm in like active labor, 6 to 7 centimeter dilated, I might be a bit more in pain, tired, exhausted, and I might want to lie down. Well, it's so funny how I just knew my body this time. Like, I was so alert, so aware. That is why I wanted to, you know, go natural. And it is true, because when I was like 6 centimeter dilated, I couldn't sit on a yoga ball. I literally felt like there was something like his head, basically. It just felt like there's something, I'm gonna sit on something. It was weird feeling. So I could just Sophie, Habiba, Sophie. I could just lie down, for example, and lean over do a little bit of walking here and there, but I got to a point where I was exhausted. So that's when I was like 6 centimeter dilated. That's when we had the water birth. So I entered the bath, and literally 2 hours later he was born. I felt everything, guys. That is the difference between going natural and heavily medicated. I felt his head entering the birthing canal. I remember like him like I could feel him like moving down the birth canal, and I just remember being like, oh my god, I feel this. I felt everything. And because of that, I was able to assist my body. So every time I felt that, I would just push, and within literally like 2 contractions his head was out, and then the second contraction his whole body was out of me. And yeah, I felt everything. I felt the ring of fire. Never felt that with my previous birthing experience, because I was heavily medicated. Didn't even know what was going on, to be honest with you. Like, the midwives would come and they would check, and they'd be like, okay, so you're only 5 centimeter dilated, like it's gonna be a while. And I'm just like, oh my god, like, you know. And they would come and tell me, okay, you're gonna have a contraction now, I see your belly tightening, you know, so now push. And I would just push. I had to be assisted, whereas this time I did it kind of by myself, you know. I felt him, then I would push, and the baby, you know, the baby came. I will also insert a clip here of me when I was 2 centimeter dilated. The contractions were mild but still painful, and because they were every like 15 to 20 minutes, I had time to prepare for them. I focused on the breathing techniques, so you just inhale and exhale as the contraction is leaving your body. So 15 to 20 minutes, these are like mild contractions, and because it was my 3rd baby, things are more likely to progress quicker. So that's why I ended up going to hospital when I was like, I think 4 centimeter dilated. I stayed home for as much as I can, being around orange dim lighting, helping my body produce oxytocin hormone. This is what I focus on. Plus I'm just so much more comfortable in my house than I would be in hospital. When you're in early labor, so like 2 centimeter dilated, stand up for as much as you can, because you just never know. Even if it's your first baby, guys, you never know how quickly things can develop. 3 days before I went into labor, I was eating a lot of dates, raspberry leaf, drinking that. I was trying to kind of like induce my labor, to be honest, because I was 3 days late. And this time around, I didn't want to just give birth on the bed. I wanted to have a water birth. My friends did tell me, plus doing research, that the warmth water just makes you feel so much more relaxed, because when you are in active labor, your hips, they feel like they're gonna like split open. Like, it is so painful. Like, I was holding my hips as well, even though hubby gave me like massages here and there. It's like I didn't know what to do with my hands, so I just kept holding my back lower hips. But when I was in the water bath, the warmth of the water, it just made me feel so relaxed. And that is what you want, guys. You want to be relaxed because you're more likely to open up and get things going. I feel like trusting your body, it goes hand in hand with having a natural birth, because you're just so aware and your body assists you. You're like, okay, oh my god, him or she, I can feel their head coming out of me. Like, you just feel everything and you know when to push. As soon as he was out of my body, what pain, I didn't feel anything. Like, I was literally, of course, like, you're sore and everything like that, but it's an amazing feeling, you know. Like, I must have produced so much dopamine, oxytocin, just felt so relaxed, so content, so like just obsessed with my little man, you know. And I started breastfeeding him. What I did different this time as well, since I opted for natural, I wanted to also not have the injection that they inject to your leg and then they just pull the placenta out of you. So, cheeky little boy, I just wanted to birth the placenta as well, so I opted for that. 30 minutes later, I just, you know, gave birth to the placenta, and I saw, like, I was so alert this time. It's not like my previous, where I was just kind of like, I remember with my previous labor, I was literally like, shivering afterwards. I was just kind of like out of it, you know, not alert, in so much pain. It's crazy. It is crazy how it is so painful. Like, obviously, like, let's not sugarcoat it. Like, you are going to go through a little bit of pain, but it's short-lived, and afterwards you just get over it.